Thursday, the all-important weigh-in for a Saturday night's fight between Mike Tyson and Francois Botha. Of course, they're heavyweights. They can weigh whatever they like. But you may think back to 1990 when Buster Douglas came in grossly overweight for his fight, his championship fight against Evander Holyfield. You can tell a few things from the heavyweight weigh-in. Let's take a look at the weigh-in on Thursday. First, Francois Botha, 233 pounds, 9 pounds heavier than he was for Michael Moore back in 1996. So a bit heavy for Francois Botha. As for Iron Mike Tyson, also heavier than ever before, 223 pounds, but it appears Iron Mike has put on a little muscle weight, not too soft, when he was up there weighing in. After the weigh-in, the two men, well, they got together, and maybe this did Francois Botha a little bit of good. A little stare down with Iron Mike before they were broken up, but heavyweights looking at each other. Francois Botha finally pulled away. The tail of the tape then. Again, Francois Botha weighing in 233 pounds, rather. And again, way back for Michael Moore, his toughest opponent to date, he was only 224. Iron Mike Tyson at 71-inch reach. Again, we pointed out earlier that it was a 78-inch reach listed, but back when he fought Trevor Berbick, way back in 1986, it was 71 inches. So that is Mike Tyson and Francois Botha. Mike ready to rumble.
I've trained hard, and I'm 32 years old. I put on weight. I've been 218 for 15 years. I feel good.
No, I feel actually much better, you know, when I see him in person. I mean, you know, when I'm away, you know, there's a lot of thinking. I'm focusing on Mike Tyson. But actually, when I saw him right now, I mean, you know, it was like, this guy is not so big.
That's Francois Botha. I'm now joined by Al Bernstein, John Saraceno of USA Today. Francois, a little soft up there. Al at 233. He said he felt better after the stare down, but he's a little overweight.
Well, I think 233 is a bit much for him. I really anticipated him coming in the high 220s or even the mid 220s. That's on the negative side. On the plus side, though, he did not appear to be intimidated by Mike Tyson. We saw that by the comments, and also even doing some trash talking to Tyson after the win, although that was after a lot of people were in between he and Tyson.
Tyson was pretty far away at that point. John, you were up on the stage with Mike Tyson, again weighing in heavier than he ever has before, but he looked pretty cut up, as they say in the bodybuilding world.
Yeah, I wouldn't make too much of Mike Tyson's weight. Not look as chiseled as I've seen him in the past, but I think for Mike Tyson, that could have been a function of the fact that he had a little bit of trouble with his left hand during training camp, Brian. He felt a jolt in it one day, had to go see the doctor. There was a rumor at the time that Tyson had broken 2 small bones in the left hand. Shelley Finkel, the advisor, says that's not true. It's possible Tyson didn't get as much boxing in as he wanted to, and that accounts for the weight.
Mike Tyson, Francois Botha, Saturday night at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Tyson coming off back-to-back losses to Evander Holyfield. That's it from here. I'm Brian Kenny. For Al Bernstein and John Saraceno, we throw it back to the studio. Brian Kenny here at the MGM Grand Theater, and from a boxing standpoint, purely boxing standpoint, it's been a very good training camp for Mike Tyson. He has a new trainer, Tommy Brooks, who used to work with Evander Holyfield. Brooks seems to be the first trainer since Mike Tyson got rid of Kevin Rooney back in 1988 to take full charge of a Mike Tyson training camp. Now, what kind of mood is Mike Tyson in? Pretty much depends on the day. He was in a very good mood, though, when he talked to our own Roy Firestone.
If you lose to this guy, Botha, what would that do to your aura of invincibility? If it's in any way been broken so far, would that set you back even further? Would you consider retiring?
I can't imagine him beating me, and I just can't fathom that.
How badly do you want to fight Holyfield?
Excuse me?
How badly do you want to fight Holyfield?
Fighting one fight at a time, man.
Is it something on your mind, though?
Once I get to this guy, we'll talk about the next guy. I'm just, you know, I'm just building my life back up.
I'm gonna want to fight in 2 years.
And I'm still boxing 8 rounds, boxing hard, doing well, and I'm still capable of beating the guys, all the guys in the top 10.
I just want to be normal. This is what you said. What is normal to you?
The reality is I'm never going to be normal.
But you want to be.
Yeah, but it's never going to happen. You know, and that's why I'm always acceptable to people. You know, I'm not. I don't have no exclusivity. I'm always here. I'm here, walking around talking to people. I don't want people to look at me like I'm a special, because I don't feel I'm a special people, or a special person, or some dynamic individual.
You don't think you're a loser?
No, I never said I was.
But you
I never said I was a loser.
But
I never said I was a loser.
But you said, quote, recently, I have no future.
Yeah. Probably.
Would you mean that?
Yeah.
You really believe that?
Well, yeah. I'm a real pessimist. All my life I've been that way.
But only a loser would say, I have no future.
Well, I'm not a loser. I'm probably a up, but I'm not a loser. No, no loser.
But you cry, you feel somber, you feel sad, you go through depression, you go through mood swings that most people...
There's no one that goes through more mood swings than me. And my wife must be up the wall. So who am I married to today? Who is this guy? Yeah, who is this guy? Did Jason come home today? A Frankenstein? Who is this guy? The Wolfman? Oh, man.
Happiness. Is that the biggest challenge for you in your life, is to find happiness?
I don't know. Probably not in this lifetime.
You don't think you'll find it completely in this life?
Well, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, who knows what makes people tick? You know, I mean, maybe Allah has something planned for me. Maybe it's not in this life.
Will you be the champ again? Let me ask it to you that way. In your heart of hearts, will you be the champ again?
When I fight for the title, when the fight is over, I'll be champion of the world.
I'm joined now by Al Bernstein, John Saraceno, boxing columnist of USA Today. Is that possible once again, Al, for him to fight for the title, win a title?
You know, while Mike Tyson's skills have certainly eroded, I'm not one of those people that thinks he's a shot fighter. He still has skills. We're going to learn volumes from this fight with Francois Botha. If he can perform well, and I mean really perform well, show us something of the Tyson of old and beat Francois Botha, who's a fairly decent heavyweight contender, I think what we'll find out is that Mike Tyson will have the physical skills to potentially be heavyweight champion of the world again. But, John, it takes more than just physical skills to get there.
There's no question about that. The fight for Mike Tyson is not going to be from his biceps. It's going to be from up here. Can Mike Tyson hold it together mentally as a fighter? Can he follow Tommy Brooks's instructions in camp, during fights? You know, Customano prepared Tyson to deal with all kinds of pressure when he was a young fighter. Tyson has fallen down on some of those lessons. The biggest thing for Mike Tyson right now is, can he regroup after those two devastating losses to Evander Holyfield?
Yeah, of course, there is the heavyweight unification bout. This, of course, a big bout, but Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis will tie up that title. We'll see what happens with Mike Tyson after that. Mike Tyson has talked about just really fulfilling his livelihood from here, maybe a Vaughn Bean or an Axel Schultz. Right now, he's got Francois Botha on the plate Saturday night in Las Vegas. For John Saraceno and Al Bernstein, I'm Brian Kenny. Let's send it back to the studio.